The summer of 2025 was supposed to be uneventful. Mia had planned on spending her break reading novels, binge-watching her favorite shows, and avoiding anything resembling adventure. But life, as it often does, had other plans. It started with a cryptic postcard from her eccentric Aunt Clara, a world traveler who rarely stayed in one place for long. The postcard read, "Mia, there's treasure in the ordinary, but the extraordinary awaits. Meet me at Eagle's Peak. Pack light. And trust me, Clara." Mia hesitated. Eagle's Peak was a small mountain town 3 hours away, a place she hadn't been since she was a kid. Clara's promises of adventure were usually far-fetched, but curiosity tugged at her. By the next morning, her backpack was loaded with essentials, and she was on a train heading to the unknown. When Mia arrived, she found Clara waiting at the station with a wide grin and an old leather satchel slung over her shoulder. "Do you believe in legends?" Clara asked as they walked toward a cafe on Main Street. Before Mia could answer, Clara pulled out a weathered map from her satchel. The parchment was filled with strange symbols, hand-drawn mountains, and a bold red X in the middle. "This," Clara said, "is why I brought you here." The map led to a hidden waterfall deep in the forest, but what lay beyond it was a mystery. Clara had heard stories of an ancient artifact hidden by a long-forgotten tribe, a compass that supposedly always pointed to one's true calling. The next morning, Mia and Clara set out on the trail. The path was rugged, the forest alive with the chatter of birds and the rustling of leaves. Along the way, they encountered quirky locals, a beekeeper who warned them of mischievous raccoons, a rock climber who shared tales of eerie howls near the waterfall, and a child who claimed to have seen a golden light in the woods. Despite these odd encounters, Mia found herself feeling more alive than she had in months. The air was crisp, the scenery breathtaking, and the thrill of the unknown was addictive. But the adventure wasn't without its challenges. Halfway through the trek, a sudden storm forced them to take shelter in a cave. Inside, they discovered ancient carvings on the walls, symbols that matched those on the map. The storm felt less like an inconvenience and more like fate pushing them closer to their goal. By the third day, they reached the waterfall. It cascaded down a cliffside, the mist shimmering in the sunlight. Behind it was a narrow cave, just big enough to crawl through. Clara, ever fearless, led the way, with Mia close behind. Inside, they found a small chamber lit by natural skylights. In the center was a pedestal, and on it sat a golden compass, its needle spinning wildly. As Clara reached for it, the ground beneath them trembled. Suddenly, the chamber filled with a soft hum, and the carvings on the walls began to glow. Mia picked up the compass, and the needle stopped spinning, pointing directly at her. She felt a warmth spread through her chest, a sense of clarity she hadn't known she needed. Clara beamed. "I knew it," she said. "It was meant for you." Returning to Eagle's Peak was bittersweet. The compass now hung around Mia's neck, its needle constantly pointing her in new directions. Clara, satisfied with their discovery, was already planning her next adventure, but Mia felt a newfound sense of purpose. That summer, Mia learned that adventure wasn't just about the destination. It was about the risks, the surprises, and the people you share them with. The compass didn't just guide her through the forest, it guided her back to herself. And as she boarded the train home, she couldn't help but wonder, where would it point her next? Would you have taken the risk? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories of adventure and self-discovery.